Here we have a SAT math question. There is an equation given over here. That is 2x square positive 2y square positive cx positive cy negative 5 of 4 equals to 0. The given equation is a circle with radius 18 units. If c is a positive constant, what is the value of c? Okay, before we start solving this question, first let me write the equation of a circle in general form. Let me write over here equation of a circle in general form. Okay, the equation of a circle in general form is x square positive y square positive 2gx positive 2fy positive k equals to 0. So this is the equation of a circle in general form. So when the equation of a circle is given in general form, we have formula to find the center and radius as well. So the formula to find the center is negative g comma negative f. So we'll be able to get the values of this constant g and f from the coefficients of x and y over here. And also there is a formula to find the radius of the circle, that is square root of g square positive f square negative k. Okay, now let's consider the equation what we have in our problem. It's almost in standard form, but here the coefficient of x square and y square is not 1, it's 2. But here the coefficient of x square and coefficient of y square is 1. So our first work is to get the given equation of circle in this form, that is in general form. Okay, first let me write the given equation as it is. It is 2x square positive 2y square positive cx positive cy negative 5 over 4 equals to 0. Okay, to make the coefficient of x square and y square as 1, I have to divide everything by 2 in this equation. So let me divide each term in the given equation by 2. Let me finish doing this. Okay, here this 2 will cancel, here 2 will cancel, then I'm getting x square positive y square positive c over 2 times x positive c over 2 times y. When I divide this 5 over 4 by 2, I'm getting 252, and 0 divided by 2 is just 0. Okay, now this equation is exactly in this form, that is in general form. Okay, now our work is to get the values of g, f and k, because to get the radius we need g, f and k. So because I consider the radius, reason is we have radius in the given question, that is 18 units. Okay, to get the value of 2g, you just have to compare the coefficients of x over here and here. So in this equation of circle in general form, the coefficient of x is 2g. Here the coefficient of x is c over 2. Then we get 2g equals to c over 2. And here the coefficient of y is 2f. Here the coefficient of y is c over 2. Then we get 2f is equal to c over 2. And the constant over here is k. And the constant over here is negative 252. Okay, now to get the value of g in this equation, I have to multiply both sides by 1 over 2. Let me do it. So that this 2 will cancel. I'm getting g equals to c over 4. And here I multiply both sides by 1 over 2. Okay, then this 2 will cancel. I'm getting f equals to c over 4. Okay, now I got the values of g, f and k. I can use the formula to find radius and solve for c. Okay, now let me erase this stuff and continue the problem. In my previous working, I got g equals to c over 4, f equals to c over 4, k equals to negative 252. And so we have the radius in the question. The radius equals to 18 units. So for this radius, we can use the formula that we have over here. That is square root of g square positive f square negative k equals to 18. So now let's get rid of this square root. For that, I have to square both sides. So when I square both sides, the square root and the square on the left side will cancel. I'm getting g square positive f square negative k equals to, so the value of 18 square is 324. Now I can plug in the values for g, f and k. So we know that g equals to c over 4. Then we get c over 4 the whole square. Positive for f also the same thing, that is c over 4 the whole square. Negative, the value of k is negative 252 equals to 324. Okay, let me continue over here. So the c over 4 whole square will become c square over 16. Positive c square over 16, and negative times 90 will become positive 252 equals to 324. Okay, now let me subtract 252 from both sides. Let me do it. So this positive value, negative value will cancel out. And the simplification of this one is 2c square over 16. So because we have the common same denominator for both the fractions, we can take the denominator once and we can add the numerators. When I add the numerator c square and c square, I'm getting 2c square equals to, when I simplify this 324 negative 252, I'm getting 72. So this 2 goes into 2 1 times and 2 goes into 16 8 times. I'm getting c square over 8 equals to 72. Okay, now I multiply both sides by 8. So when I do so, this 8 will cancel. I'm getting c square equals to 576. The product of 72 and 8 is 576. Okay, now to get of the square for this, see, I have to take square root on both sides. Let me do it the next step. That is c square equals to, we have 576. So to get of the square for the c, I'm taking square root on both sides. Okay, in an equation, when I take square root on both sides, so for one of the square root, I have to consider positive or negative sign. So I consider positive or negative sign for the square root we have on the right side. Here the square root and square root cancel out. I am getting c equals to positive or negative. So the square root of 576 is 24. Okay, so I'm getting two values for c. One is positive 24 and the other one is c is equal to negative 24. So the question clearly says c is a positive constant. Since c is a positive constant, we can reject the negative value for c. So therefore the value of c is 24.